another quick video. Today we are going to be demonstrating how to assign an elastic IP address to a EC2 instance. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So first we need to get our instance going here. So let's start our instance. Alright, give that a second to go. Okay, while we're waiting for that to finally start up, let's go ahead and take a look over here at our elastic IPs. So you can see right now we currently do not have anything associated. Okay, so we have our instance running now, and you'll see that we have a public IP address and a private IP address. Elastic IP address is not assigned, as you can see here. So what the elastic IP does is it gives us the ability to use the same IP address if our instance shuts down and comes back up. So right now you can see that we have a public IP address of 34.230.72.39. Okay, let's take this guy, copy, paste it. Alright, and then let's go ahead and stop the instance. Okay, let's refresh. Alright, our instance is stopped. Now let's start it back. Now what I'm expecting, let's see. Okay, let's try it again. Oh, that's still stopping. Okay, let's give it a second to stop. Okay, it stopped. Now let's start it back. Okay, and what I would expect is a different public IP address. So refresh, still pending. Looks like things have been a little slow this morning. Okay, so we finally have our instance running, and as you can see we have a different public IP address. So basically you have 3 different IPs that we're basically talking about, or that are usually discussed when you're talking about EC2 instance. So you have the public IP, which is available, the IP address that's available outside of the AWS network. You have the private IP address, which is available only if you're on the AWS network. So this could be you're trying to connect to this IP address from another EC2 instance, or you have a resource that's pointed to this IP address that's actually in your VPC. And then the next IP address is the elastic IP address. So basically the issue here that we're trying to solve is that once our instance goes up and goes down and goes back up, we'll have a new IP address that gets assigned to it if we do not use an elastic IP address. So let's go ahead and fix that. So we want to come over here and go to elastic IPs, and we want to allocate an elastic IP address. Okay. Yes. Okay. And I believe. Oh, hold on. Sorry. I messed that up. All right. So basically, we want to hold on. Let's refresh. Okay, actions. All right, yeah. Allocate an elastic IP. So allocate. So that's just saying I want to have this elastic IP address available. So I have it. That's my public, and now I want to assign it. So or associate. So now I want to associate my elastic IP address. And then so I can choose either the instance or network interface. And if you see here, if you associate an elastic IP to an instance that already has an associated IP, the previous IP will be disconnected, but you'll still have it allocated to your account. So basically this is saying this is going to overwrite anything that you have in place already as far as the assignment, but the IP will still be on your account, hence you will be getting charged for it. Okay, so now I want to go to my instance that's running, and that's this test instance, and I select that guy, and then the private IP, because we're not changing anything with this, so I want to select that guy. So I select my instance first, and then I selected my private IP address, and now I want to associate. Okay, so that has been done. So now if I come down here, there's two ways I can look at this to see what's actually what. So you'll now see that my associated instance is this guy, and if I go to my EC2, it's actually the instance that I started. And then if I come here, you will see that this is my public IP address and my elastic IP address are indeed the same, and I can connect to this instance using my elastic IP, which is now the public IP address for this machine or for this instance. And then the final step here is just to take this instance and stop it. So I want to stop the instance. Okay, and do a quick refresh. Okay, let's give that a second to stop completely. Seems like things are going a little slower than usual. Okay, so now it's instance is finally stopped. Now if I start it back, it says successfully started. Okay, pending. Not really sure what's going on this morning. Things just seem to be moving a little slower than normal. Okay, now my instance is running, and if I go in and check my public IP, it is indeed the same as it was before I shut it down. So now, to keep from getting charged for this, I want to go back to my instance state and stop it. So stop my instance, go back to elastic IPs, and now I want to disassociate my elastic IP. So this is just telling me you are about to disassociate this elastic IP from your EC2 instance, and I hit disassociate. Okay, and then the final step here is to actually release that IP address. If you do not release the IP, you'll still get charged for it because you have it allocated. So let's go ahead and release it. And yes. Okay. Alright, so that elastic IP is no longer associated. Now if I hop back over to my instance, you'll see that obviously there's no IP address associated. And here you go. So we have a different public IP address, and my elastic IP address field is blank. So that's it. Thank you for watching.